Now we're heading back to Stoke-on-Trent, where earlier I took a look around this ground floor one-bedroom flat with a guide price of £34,000. Not in the worst condition I'd ever seen, but from the look of the double glazing and the ageing central heating system, there was plenty of scope to add value here, and that is a very good thing indeed. It's almost like you want to search out properties that need kitchens and bathrooms to be refurbished, because you could instantly add value and a perceived improvement. The potential to add value is all well and good, but there was something on the property's doorstep that you really couldn't put a price on. Well, literally 100 yards away from the property is this absolutely idyllic little spot. It's a fishing lake. How great is this? The flat was bought at auction for £37,000 by brothers-in-law Lee, seated on the left, and Carl. This was no ordinary property purchase. The boys had bought the flat as a new home for Lee's mum, Norma.
She grew up in this area, wanted to move back, looked at it on the same day as the auction, and purchased it from there. So,
right.
And here we are.
But there was a much more poignant reason the two men had decided to take on this project. Carl's wife, Claire, who was Lee's sister and Norma's daughter, sadly passed away 6 months previously.
We just thought this was a good opportunity to move on and to remember her by.
The boys set themselves a budget of £5,000 and aimed to have the flat ready for Norma in 6 weeks, but more importantly, hoped the project would go some way to easing the pain of their recent bereavement. Well, we're back after 2 months to see how they've got on. Well, Carl and Lee have had to battle through emotional times to get to this point, but they've certainly succeeded in creating a fantastic new home for Norma, and she's been heavily involved in the decision-making.
She chose the wallpaper. Norma and my daughter Kelsey, they chose the carpets and the lino, made sure that that's what they wanted from that one. We chose the kitchen and bathroom bits that we wanted in, but Norma will be happy with those. But yeah, Norma had the final say on a lot of things.
I bought her around here a couple of days ago. She was amazed that how it's turned around in such a short time period. So yeah, she's really, really happy.
Even with Lee being a builder by trade, doing up this flat hasn't been as straightforward as he anticipated.
You start uncovering things and the entire plaster falls off the walls, so you got to get the plastering done. The wiring was horrific. There was a lot of trunking all over the place on the ceilings and walls. All the wiring's been surface mounted, so I've tried to get rid of as much as possible. There's not much on show now, so I don't like wires.
The small things take the longer time, where we think it'll be quite easy, don't we? And
yeah, kitchen. We didn't have a plan for the kitchen as such. It was just buy a load of cupboards and worktops and make them fit. So it worked out in the end.
Apart from an electrician coming in to certify the rewiring, Lee has shouldered the lion's share of the workload. But Carl has pulled his weight in other areas, shopping for bargains being his forte.
The appliances are second-hand, which were a bargain. The sink was £8. The oven and the hob was £75, so they were good.
But even with Carl's cut-price purchases, the £5,000 budget didn't quite stretch far enough.
We've ended up spending £6,800, but we're still happy with what we're spending, how it's ended up, and the finish we've got.
With the lake just across the road, has Lee found any time to sneak off for a bit of a break?
No trips to the lake.
But he has been using the benches for his lunch at times. He's sitting out in the park and he's had to go on the slide.
Not a time.
Carl and Lee have made their first project together look like child's play. But what will two local property experts think?
I think the changes made so far are really good. Bathroom and kitchen in particular are really nice. They've been finished off very well and yeah, really quite light as well and appealing.
There's a very good demand for properties like this, both for first-time buyers, those downsizing, and also in the rental market, it would let very quickly.
This flat will soon be Norma's new home, but how has the improvement work affected its value? Remember, the boys have spent a total of £43,800 on its purchase and refurbishment.
If we were to place the property onto the sales market, I'd expect to achieve a figure in the region of £55,000.
If we were to sell the flat, I would be looking at putting the property on the market in the region of £50,000.
Yep, happy with that. Good
Yep.
numbers. Yeah, that's kind of what we were hoping for.
That's exactly what I
what
just
we were
said.
expecting. So yeah, relieved as well to get that. But yeah, it's good.
Based on those valuations, there's a potential profit sitting here of between £6,200 and £11,200 before tax and fees. And what about rental?
I would look at putting it on the rental market in the region of £375 per calendar month.
I'd anticipate a rental figure of £400 per calendar month.
£400 per calendar month would give the boys a return on investment of almost 11%.
We are renting it to Norma for a little bit less than that, but it's nice. I might kick her out. I won't go through. But yeah, it's nice to get those numbers. Happy with that. Yeah, really chuffed.
Now the dust has settled, Carl and Lee have had time to reflect on how Claire might have viewed their teamwork.
She'd be really, really happy. She left a letter, and it's one of the things that she wanted us to do is to stay in touch and make sure that, you know, we get on. So
Yeah,
it's all
she'd
worked
love
out.
it. And she'd love the fact that this was for her mum.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'd be so happy.